Getting out and in, and do you know what? It's probably easier if I just do this.
Oh, you want to? Oh, you slippery.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Steph AB TV. Now, welcome to the Lotus Exige 350. I went to the UK launch of the GT430 and I'm not really loved on the Lotus forum. So, in order to try and make amends with the Lotus guys, I have brought the Lotus specialist, or more importantly, James from JM on Cars is joining me.
Hello.
And James obviously watched a couple of my videos, saw the fact that I was given the Alfa Romeo 4C, and very quickly trolled me to say you need to get in a Lotus Exige 350. So we're doing exactly that. So James is going to take me out in it, and let's see what the Lotus 350 Exige is all about.
Yeah, because how much is an Alfa 4C?
The 4C Spider I had was 60 grand, the Spider.
So this is the same money?
So 60 grand, same money. Much bigger engine in this. This is, what's it, 3.5 V6? 3.5
supercharged V6. No power steering either.
Same as that 4C.
On the move,
yeah,
it's fine. Doing this stuff, no fun at all. Oh, memories.
You can bin your gym membership card in this car.
Skip arm day. That's this.
Man. So also, guys, to point out that James is going to be taking out the Evora 430 Cup.
Yeah, GT430 Sport and the Exige 430 Cup. Lotus likes to keep it nice and complicated when it comes to naming models.
So this is my first ever passenger ride, or first ever experience in an Exige.
Yes.
So I'm keen to see what
believe it or not, this is currently the baby of the range.
It's the baby of the range.
It's the baby of the range.
And 345 horsepower is this one?
345 horsepower and a shade over 1100 kilos.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the 380 and the 430 and then the Evora 400 sound quite different. They got a completely different exhaust system. But I always thought this one actually still sounded quite nice. There's quite a few little pops and burbles on the overrun. Not engineered in, they just happen.
Yeah.
This is a really back to basics car.
But sometimes that's what it's all about. I mean, without a doubt, this car is all about It's got AP racing brakes on this.
AP racing brakes, nothing fancy, no carbon stuff, just steels and well set up.
Mate, you've just terrified me. What a legend! Oh my god, now I guess I didn't really get a chance to talk about it more because James decided to plant his foot. Now, what I'm trying to say is that make sure to head over to James's channel to see more Lotus content because he is the man. Just like all of you guys come to my channel for a bath, James is the man for Lotus, so make sure you head over and check out his content. This cabin is very compact, isn't it?
you can't not get along with the person you're sharing it with.
Yeah.
You've got to be friendly. If you're not, by the end, you're like, it's crazy. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually been in like an Elise or an Exige with the cabin. They're basically the same anyway.
Yeah.
And I forget how intimate they are. Like, this doesn't adjust, so it's a really weird driving position, you know, so it's all a little bit strange.
It's rather insane. It's rather insane. Now, I guess I need to compare this, I guess it's always very different being a passenger, but what I just felt in this car compared to the 4C.
Yeah, don't feel it, try it.
Let's do that.
She's warm. All I'm doing that for is so that you know what the car's got, so you're not going to be too afraid to.
All right, let's do it. Okay. Getting out and in, and do you know what? It's probably easier if I just do this.
You slippery
See,
devil.
I'm clever like that. I'll hold my bag until you get in.
Oh, very kind of you. My worst bit is I can get in the driver's side fine,
yeah,
but the passenger side I've not got the muscle memory.
Do you like my slide into the driver's seat? I could be a proper getaway driver.
Oh yeah, that was real slick. You know, you could do it on a test drive. You know, they get out, they think, you know, you're going to get out as well, and then just boom,
just off you go. Okay, right. Let's see what this is like. Oh, that gearbox.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
That gearbox is quite special. Oh wow. It feels great. The balance is good. The steering is very, very direct, isn't it?
Yeah.
No nonsense.
Well, the steering's what people come to Lotus for, you know.
This is a ludicrous car. This is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew these were fast, and I guess going out in my friend's Evora 400, it's a bit more, it's not, docile is the wrong word, but this is just so raw.
Yeah, the Evora, a lot of people think that the Evora is slower. Obviously, you'll get a chance to find out later on for yourself.
Yes.
And a lot of people have made the mistake. Guys have jumped from an Elise into an Evora and they've gone, oh, it's not as good, it's soft, it's wallowy, it's slow. That's not actually true. It's just so much more refined. Like, it's better damped, it's smoother. Like, you don't feel half the things you're feeling in it. So people think, oh, it's a slower car. It isn't. It's not at all.
I mean, I can see why. I can see why people would buy these to take out on the track, because this is just insane.
Yeah.
V6 is amazing. Thank you.
Try the other ones.
Thank you. Do you know what? The 350 alone it's a lot of car, guys. It is a lot of car.
Bargains too, you know, because you can pick up. So the earlier one, the Exige S, or V6S. So it's missing a few things. It hasn't got the sexy open-gated shifter and stuff, but fundamentally it's basically the same car. You can pick that up for sort of mid-30s now.
That's really good value for money. It's the same engine, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the same engine, same gearbox, just the shifter is different. That's the difference.
I really like this car. This is dangerous. Oh my god.
You got the shift lights in here as well.
That pickup is, it just keeps going, it keeps giving. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I mean, the thing is, a lot of people would look at the specs and be like, oh, 350 horsepower, oh, that's not a lot. But you're like, no, it's fine.
It's a lot. I mean, what, if you said 1100 kilos, it's a huge engine in a shoe. Oh mate, this is great. I really like this. Really like this. And I think what's Lotus's ethos, isn't it? You know, lighter and then make it lighter or something along those lines.
Well, the famous quote is simplify then add lightness. And the thing with this car is that it's always been a light car. So the history of this car is that it actually started off as a regular Exige. So when they were developing the Evora, they needed to test the engine, the Toyota V6. So what they did was they took what was basically the rear subframe they were going to use for the Evora and grafted it onto the back of the old Exige, which was a 4-cylinder supercharged car.
Yeah.
So they put this thumping 3.5 V6 on the back of it, and then they just used it just to get into miles around the test track, just to see, get the engine working, dial in the ECU and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So because it's a Toyota engine, everyone knows that, but so much of it. So the intake is kind of nicked from a Toyota car. The exhaust is completely bespoke Lotus. The ECU is completely bespoke Lotus. There's a lot of little bits that they do, and the gearbox has got different ratios in it to what Toyota use. So the gearbox is from an Auris diesel.
Oh really?
Yep, it's from the Auris diesel. And Lotus put different ratios in it. But when the Evora was being developed, they were hammering around these little Exige cars with just this engine on the back, and they had so much fun doing it. They were like, this should be a car. We should do an Exige with a V6.
Yeah.
So after the Evora came out, they started working on it. So, from here forward, this is an Elise, basically.
Yeah.
But then from there backwards, it's an Evora.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a hybrid kind of thing.
Frankenstein version.
It is. But it should tell you a lot. So if you think about it, this chassis was originally designed to cope with about 120 horsepower, and now it copes with like over 400, and it's fine.
And I think, this is that golden question now, isn't it? If you ask me what comparing this to the 4C, I think from a power and a feel of speed perspective, this is ridiculous. I think this feels much faster, obviously. Well, it's quicker, 3.8 to 60. This
3.7.
3.7 to 60. The 4C is 4.5, 4.1 once you do a launch control on it.
And if you take into account the fact that the 4C has also got a double clutch gearbox, whereas you've got to row your own gears, so it's that in-gear speed as well, and you get the response too. So this is, again, I've not driven 4C, total disclaimer, but because this is a supercharged engine, you just tap the throttle and it's right there.
It's absolutely ludicrous. I mean, the irony behind it as well is the cabin in the 4C is a lot larger than this. Once you sit in it, you think, wow, and I thought that was tight, but getting into this, it's like a little rocket ship. There is no real room for movement. Exactly as you said, you're very close to the person next to you. You need to get along, but I love it. Feeling on the road. The 4C, I think the suspension is a little bit more forgiving than this. It definitely feels a little bit softer. It still hugs the road as it should do, but this is, Lotus have just gone all out with this, unfortunately. Who cares about the public road? This is just about track. And I mean, it's pretty special. And I'm still struggling to get to grips with the fact that this is the base model. This is the base model. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm impressed. Guys, my thoughts, my summary on this car is, it looks amazing. I love the way this car looks. The sound on this, even with the stock exhausts on this, is incredible. Comfort is what probably want to be desired, but again, same with the 4C. If you want comfort, buy yourself like a Mercedes E-Class or something. That's what you want to enjoy driving. Get one of these or get a 4C. I'm torn between the two. I like them both for very different reasons, but what I can tell you about this car is it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. I felt a little bit more, what's the word? I wouldn't say I'm not in control of this, but the 4C felt a bit more forgiving. This just feels like it really just wants to just kill you. It's just, I can't get over the noise. The brakes are fantastic on this. And absolutely insane car. James, thank you so much for inviting me down to drive.
My pleasure.
I really enjoyed it. Guys, make sure to check out James's channel, JM on Cars. I'll leave a link in the description below. Make sure to check out, because he'll have the Lotus Evora videos and loads of Lotus content in general.
Yep.
And the other videos from today will be over on his channel.
They will indeed.
They will, right?
They will. Yeah. They will.
Just if you're not intending to film, then you're going to have to film.
Oh no, I'm filming. I'm
happy days. But yeah, guys, my name's Steph. You guys have been awesome. Hit subscribe, make me happy, and of course, I'm going to see you all on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.